We talk a lot about loneliness here in the US. I think it's been a while that we have been recognizing that as a major issue, crisis that's been going on in this country. And that's something that many times makes me reflect about how is it that humans get to these places, and what could be some of the solutions, what could be something that can help us, especially I want to say that coming from a culture that in many ways feels a little opposite to the American culture. I'm coming from Colombia, and as many people might know, might understand, countries as Colombia, Brazil, a lot of countries in Central and South America, we all are about community, family, being close and being there for each other. So yeah, it is a subject that gets me very, very curious. And as I said, I've been reflecting a lot about it. I don't think we talk much. We talk a lot about the problem, but I don't think a lot of us talk about what actually really what actually takes to create relationships that fills us up, and how we can cultivate them, how we can find them. um, so I'm very excited to be talking about that subject, also as a very romantic person, someone that loves deep emotional connection. I think I take this subject very seriously, so super happy that you are here watching this video. I hope you get some inspiration out of this video, out of the things that I'm gonna share. So welcome back to another video, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you see me, that you find my videos, my name is Melisa, and I've been sharing in my channel everything that I've been experiencing, everything that I've been learning in the journey of starting a business guided by my intuition. It's funny how once in a while I get like, I really want to start sharing about the business. Um, but it's one of those things that the process keeps changing, evolving, and I am right at a place where I'm not ready to share. There's a lot of pieces moving in a good, beautiful way, but I cannot freaking wait to share with the world how we can actually create a business, create a lifestyle that is sustainable, that supports who we want to be, who we authentically are. Um, so yeah, I'm right there in the middle of this journey, and yes, soon, very soon, I will be sharing more details uh, connected directly to the business. But for now, as many of the other videos, while I am working in opening this space, creating the structure, the inner structure that is going to support my business and my lifestyle, I just have all these breakthroughs, these experiences that I think are very rich, and they have been helping me so much to evolve, to become the person I want to be. So I always think that if it does help me, I'm sure it could help one or two other people out there. So yeah, that's what we are here. And yeah, just welcome and thanks for being here. We are gonna dive deep into this beautiful and important subject of how to cultivate, what actually takes to create those relationships that fulfill us, so we can practice ourselves, hopefully inspire others, and maybe we can help a little bit with the overall, with the bigger issue that this country and many other places experience about loneliness. I would love to give you a little update, a little recap, a little context of where I'm coming from, especially for this video with this subject of relationships and loneliness, how I came to have these realizations and feel inspired about this subject. So I am transitioning from one place to another. I was in Miami for the last, in Florida for the last 8 months, and a month, I think yeah, just a month ago, I moved back to San Francisco, which was a place that I didn't think that I wanted to be at in again. Um, I think I moved to Miami looking for better weather. I definitely enjoy so much feeling warm in my body. It suits my nervous system. And maybe I will create another video sharing a little bit of the things that I identify from one place in another, like San Francisco and Miami, and how they can support different lifestyles, different phases of our lives. But just to give you a little context, I am back to San Francisco, a place that I lived for many years, and a place I was very resistant to leave again. I remember after the airplane landed, coming from 90 degrees in Florida, I got out of the plane and my eyes, I had this crazy reaction in my eyes. They turned red immediately from the cold. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to survive in this place. Anyway, more of what I've been experiencing in my body, in my soul, in my psyche, in my everything in another video. But just for you to have a little context idea, I've been reconnecting with old friends, with new friends. Um, as it happens to all of us when we moved to a new place, to a new environment, even if it's an old place that we already um, know, there's always something new, right? And I want to say that I'm going to turn, I think, a year of sharing these videos. So I've been in this journey of self-discovery, self-development, spirituality for a while, but I started this channel a year ago. So that means I've been more than committed. Like, it's just like a next level of commitment with my practices, with my journey. You can actually go back and watch some of my videos if you're interested in learning and seeing the progress and all the fun things. Um, so I think my time in Miami also was very deep into in my process. Well, maybe I can share that also in another video, but I had a lot of moments of beautiful healing and repairing and all amazing things. So it was a time, I can see now when I look back, that it was a time where I did interacted with friends and with other people. I met new people, old friends, and all these things, but it felt like it was a personal, like an investment in myself. Like 6 months that I was in Miami, focusing so much in my nervous system, building the new identity, the new person I want to be, creating the new things that I want in my life. And I think now I'm getting inspired that I definitely want to, because I feel like a lot of what I'm experiencing now, it is, if we can say, the harvest of what I cultivated in Miami. So I will definitely share step by step how I've been creating my new identity and the things that I want to experience in my life. So one big theme is relationships, love. um, I am a very romantic person. I love love, and it is something that I know I came to this life to experience. Unconditional, the most beautiful, juicy, delicious love in relationships, not only romantic relationships, but in relationships in general. And yeah, so coming from that energy, from that space of having a lot of awareness in how I interact with others, how I feel and how I want to feel in the interactions with others, I came to reconnect with old friends and to open up to new people, to new friendships, to new relationships. And I think we all relate to that feeling that when we are doing something new, our senses are very, we can say almost like, and it's not the word that I want to use, but they're alert, they are just open, right? How does this feel? Does this feel good? Maybe not so good, right? So I've been, paying attention a lot in those interactions with others. And after this first month, I think last week, I was like, this is it. This is the beauty. This is the juice. This is why we do this. practices. It doesn't have to be one specific practice of meditating in one specific way or doing one specific breath work or yoga. It can be whatever it is, like it can take the form and shape, any kind of form and shape. I think we all recognize when we arrive, when we get to that place of peace, of inner stillness, or of connection with ourselves. It can be through exercising, painting, dancing, singing, just name it. There are a lot of different ways how we can get there and cultivate that space. So what I've been recognizing, because I've been doing that myself, in the moment I interact with others that in a way have cultivated that same space, and I'm gonna call that space presence. If you are one of us, if you are someone that recognizes what I'm saying, like when you body, your soul, yourself, your whole being has experienced what presence is, we know that it's it's the highest expressions of life. Is when we can fully experience life, and there's nothing, I want to say, better than that. If you don't recognize what I'm describing, I love that you are here, and I just hope that by watching this video, by feeling my energy, hopefully you get a little inspired, because it's the most precious, beautiful thing that I have cultivating, and now I'm realizing the importance, the power of that process of cultivating that presence. Because what happens is that we start honoring so much. We just start, is the, I think an easy way, now that we're talking about relationships, we all have experienced love, right? I want to say most of us. And it's that good, it's that deliciousness. It's just, when we are just in this space of, limitless, that's a good way of joy, and it's like so safe, that we can just stay in this container forever, that we want to be held in this energy forever. So what happens is that, yes, when we are in interaction with other people that has cultivated the same, I feel like I want to explain many different things that, okay, let's just try to do it in a simple way. You put together two people that have cultivated that practice of just being in presence. When we are present, and I think we at this point will understand this, we are not thinking, we're just there, right? And we are just there with what it is, with who we are. So of course there are layers. You can be present when you are first starting your journey of healing. That's going to be one very specific thing, right? I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but when you get to be present after cultivating a lot of acceptance and love for yourself, that's almost, okay, this is a good way to describe it. It's like you having two beautiful vessels, and it's just like unlimited how beautiful those vessels can be. We can create more and more wonderful vessels the more we practice. And especially, I want to say, learning how to be present is one thing, but learning how to be a beautiful vessel is another thing. And that's a lot of self-love, a lot of acceptance. And it's just like, yes, levels and levels and levels and levels. So when we bring these two vessels, when we get in contact with someone that has a similar kind of vessel, a lot of freaking magic happens there. Because in that presence is when things come, like, and I'm getting a little woohoo in this explanation, like yes, we're going into the mystical because it's things that I don't even know how to explain. But if I'm sure maybe you're getting a little bit of what I'm trying to say, and maybe you have experienced it. When we are present, it's almost like the vessel is empty in a good way. There's a lot of space for connection, for understanding, for healing. I think the healing part was the one that inspired me so much these days. So I was like, I wasn't looking for this. I didn't know, or maybe I didn't remember that this is what happens, and I experienced it, and I was like, whoa. So you don't have to be a guru, you don't have to be the most pro in anything. We can experience this at any level we are. The more we practice to be present, the more we can allow ourselves to be that vessel for the other person, the more we can actually inspire the other person to be that vessel. And the more we attract also people in that same energy, right? And then yes, you're gonna have the experiences that I'm describing. You're gonna meet people that can be those vessels for you. And we don't know. There's just a lot of things that I want to say that, yeah, there's a lot of, in our human mind, there's a lot of wanting to know everything about our human experience. And there's so much that we don't know and so much that we can experience. And again, all this mystical stuff and all these beautiful experiences that we don't even know that we can experience happen in that presence, when we allow ourselves to be those vessels and connect with others that can be those vessels. I hope this is not very metaphoric and very, too out there. I'm just trying to give you a little description of how it feels and what can happen and how we all can be that, and coming back and bringing this whole idea to the relationships and how we could start feeling less lonely and how we could eventually help the crisis in US and in the world, is that I want to give you what we actually do most of the times, and how that's so far away from this way that I'm describing of being those vessels in relationships. So a lot of the times, I'm sure you have experienced this, that a friend is going through something and then you FaceTime with your girlfriend, and the girlfriend is maybe crying or just going through the whole emotional stuff that she's experiencing. And what we do, this is very human, but what most of us do, I'm including myself, because the fact that I can experience this, it doesn't mean that I still don't do what I'm describing now. So I'm just so excited that now I get to see this and share it with the world. So not only me, but all of us start living more on this side of things. Okay. So what we do is that while the person is describing what they're experiencing, they're crying and going through all the emotions, we are watching the person, we are listening to the person, but our mind is analyzing and judging what the person is experiencing. Oh my gosh, she said that. Why did she do that? It's very rare that we are fully present, not thinking, not analyzing what the other person is experiencing. We just haven't learned. It's something that we are still figuring out what to do, and I'm just so happy that I'm honored to be talking about these things so we all can start applying them and truly be there in the experience with others and start creating that vessel. So that's what we do most of the time. We are at work, working with our team, and we are judging, we are analyzing all the time. Very few times we are truly there, present, listening to what they want to deliver to us. So the positive, the positive side of being the vessel in our interactions with others is that, let's say in the context of work, our colleague or co-working is just sharing whatever they have to share. If we are present, if we are not going through, analyzing, judging what they're saying, or correcting what they are trying to say or do, we actually, again, create this space, and from a place of acceptance with the moment, we allow ourselves to boom, get ideas, solutions, without forcing, without trying. Because in the moment we are analyzing, that's probably something good to explain, important to explain. In the moment we are analyzing, we are coming from a place of control, equal fear. When we need to control situations, it's because we fear that something might happen. We are not trusting. If we don't trust, we are not in an energy of love. So when we are in presence, we are in fully acceptance, and we are in a lot of trust. We let go of thoughts, of needing, of attachment. So we are in this surrendering energy of just, trust, acceptance, love. And if we want to talk now about vibrancy, the vibration of those emotions, it's we're getting a little spiritual here, but this is all about, this is who I am. So all these vibrations of these emotions of acceptance and compassion and love and all these things, what it does is that creates that beautiful vessel to attract, to be available for all the good stuff. Boom, ideas, solutions, and as I said earlier, like the most interesting thing that I experienced these days was healing. Like, why not in the middle of our busy, freaking stressful workday, if you get to be present with your coworker? What if you get to be that person that allows your coworker to have a little healing, maybe a little breakthrough? Oh my God, I'm being an asshole. I don't know. Things like that can really happen. And we don't have to be like, again, the gurus here. We are going to save everyone. No, it's just goodness. It's just being the true human, authentic human we are, In the moment we are controlling, in the moment we are reacting, analyzing, trying to force, we are not being authentic. We are just living, experiencing life from this contracted, very limited version of who we truly get to be. I think this was a kind of long explanation, but I think there's a lot of good pieces of information. Feel free to ask if maybe you would like me to elaborate more in some of the ideas that I share here. But for now, that's the invitation. I am super excited to hear what you guys think. I think we all get to experience those deep emotional connections with people. We need it. We need, like, how many people, I don't want to go too deep in the loneliness thing, because we are aware of it, and it's just, why do we want to continue talking about the negative stuff? Let's just focus on what we can actually do, and we can start by today being a little bit more present, and tomorrow start practicing that presence with others. If you feel like, I want to go deeper, sure, start finding the workout for your mind, for your body, to learn how to be more present. Breath work, meditation, exercising, whatever it is. We can start by getting rid of all the numbing mechanisms that we do through our days: phones, TV, food, sex, all the things that distract us from being present. So feel free also to share this video with someone that you think would benefit from this. I think we all can benefit so much from being more present with ourselves, being more connected with ourselves, with the experience we're having as humans. So we get to share that with others. be closer with others, be that friend that truly listens and not judge and don't and doesn't analyze everything that the other person wants to express when we all are going, we all do it, we all need that, you know, that presence when we are going through things. um, yeah, we all need to be those, we all can benefit from being that good friend, that good company, that good yeah, that good human. I feel like I wanted to share more, but this is already a little long. So yeah, wish you the best. So much luck practicing, um, getting your own version of maybe what I've been describing in this video. Yeah, so much peace and love until my next video.